Let's get back to a thumb rule that has been pretty dominant in the world of investing. Anything that offers you a higher interest rate or has returns higher than the regular savings bank comes with a proportionally higher risk. So your question about whether it's risky is for sure valid. Now, to what extent is it risky, and will you lose all of your money? Let's get started with this video to answer many more questions like this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Finance Currency. Today's video, as we told you before, will excavate the truth behind the NFTs and will help you realize the amount of money you may be putting at stake to get along with Gen Z. Stick with us to the end of the video and let us know what you've been thinking about the NFTs. Have you ever invested in them? And if it is your first time, what made you get to it, or even think of investing in it? Let us know, and we'd love to know your opinions. Before that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and keep the love going on for all the videos we post. Let's get you started after telling you a bit of the risk involved. This video is not financial advice, therefore nothing must be directly taken from here and applied into your investment portfolio. NFT is not only bought out of an intent to invest. To a great extent, it's a mixture of investment to that of the art, so you need to learn the art and invest in the art rather than investing in the price. This will help you fetch more value, not financial advice again, just the way you learn how to value an NFT. So NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, is a relatively new concept born out of the need for human beings to value art. Now of course, art was being valued in its physical state, however digital art was often reduced to just a JPEG file that could be copied numerous times, perhaps infinite numbers of times, and be recreated every time you feel like creating a copy. Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, and your job's done. Digital art needed to be valued a lot more, and this was recognized right when the concept of blockchain and the metaverse was being discussed. The parallel world has been discussed for a long time, and the players involved in it are also very big, so the possibilities in this field are endless. To make more use of this technology and as an attempt to increase the use cases that will make a better application out of it, the concept of NFT was introduced, where a cryptographic form of it backed up each art. This ensured ownership and became a symbol of authenticity. The result of this was that the same thing which was produced in bulk now became rare, and people started realizing the value that it had. The need to have the true version of it was noticed, apart from just having a JPEG. The use of blockchain in the NFTs was then found. More importantly, the use of blockchain in creating ownership was found. Now let us break this thing down. There are two key terms involved in the NFTs. The first one is non-fungible, and the other one is tokens. Let's start with non-fungible. In simple words, the term fungible stands for something that can be replaced. By joining the dots, you'll now see that non-fungible means non-replaceable when we speak of buying something for the same price. In the case of a product that is the same. The fact that everyone will be paying the same price will mean that a particular commodity will be replaceable. In other words, in case you lose one, you can readily replace that commodity with another one without any forms of issues, turning it into a replaceable asset. On the other hand, if the same product was to be customized for personal use and were to be kept like that without being produced on a mass scale, the same product could then become non-replaceable or non-fungible. Essentially, that's what the NFTs are. The price you pay is mostly for the uniqueness in it. As rarity increases, the price of it increases. Perhaps this ideology has for long been applied in luxurious commodities and goods. Take, for example, cars and bikes that are produced in very limited numbers. Let us now look at the tokens. This is the part that relates directly to the blockchains. To understand it better, one may have to have a rough idea about what exactly blockchain is. Allow us to tell you what it is, only what you will require to understand the concept of NFTs. It is a fact that the present prevalent system of transactions is centralized, and the control is large with the government. The government has enough power to decide the value of your money by fluctuating the production levels. In other words, one may have to look at the inflation levels, concerning the levels that it has been in the past, to realize the real value of the money he has at this point. As Satoshi Nakamoto noticed this issue, he started working on a system that could help us get rid of all such complexities. This resulted in the birth of blockchains and cryptocurrencies, with the first being Bitcoin. So instead of using the term money in the blockchain world to depict its independence, the term token was used. Essentially, money in the world of blockchain is token. The difference is that instead of the government owning all records in the tokens, the owner here will be the public. So the entire world will have a record of the transactions, however in an encrypted form that cannot be accessed in any manner. This information is spread through thousands of computers and cross-verified and even recorded. The data so recorded cannot be altered or changed in any manner. So let us combine the two things that we learned now. NFTs, in simple words, are legitimate ways of transferring the ownership of digital items. The ownership, therefore, will be on the records and will have all substantial proofs to uphold the same fact, which cannot be deleted or modulated. The most important element here is scarcity, and this is exactly what triggers human psychology. People invest in the rarity of an NFT. Scarcity increases demand and hence proves your ownership of something in the world. So you know the entire concept now and have a good idea about how they gain their value. Let us get to the question which may help you get started. The most important thing that you need to keep in mind at this point in this time is that this is a relatively new concept, and the chances for it to go up or down are relatively the same. In other words, the risk here is higher than what you notice in other forms of investments. If you're looking forward to making an investment, though, you will see the good side and the bad side of it. It will not take a long time for people to lose the value of an NFT. In other words, what may be a trend today may not be a trend tomorrow. So the essential part here for you to consider while investing is the longevity it may grant you. Secondly, we spoke about the application of this with the metaverse. To understand this, let us assume that you're the owner of something very unique in a digital form, that is, the NFT. Now, being digital in nature, it comes with the limitation that you cannot use, wear, or show out in real life. When it comes to the metaverse, each and every belonging you have may be reproduced in it. So the life you live there will have all the NFTs you own. This fascination is another major element that drives the trend of NFTs. As you noticed, it's the human psychological element in the control of the price movements. This means that one needs to be extremely careful of the manner in which it takes turns. Just the way it's been, or cryptocurrencies, where the value is always determined by the number of people who believe in it. NFTs have to be established as a trend in the people's minds for them to be a success. The risk, therefore, in this field is just human psychology. As we mentioned earlier, the investment may not really be the purpose that drives you into the NFTs. The real purpose must be the love for art and scarcity. This is what will keep you happy in the world of NFTs, at least for now. We're certain that the real value of NFTs and their attributes to be investable will increase with time. This will be when we see an increase in the use cases of NFTs. Make sure you have a keen interest in the manner in which these NFTs work and how the value is driven in the market. So that's it. That for you is the NFTs. The concept is simple, but the execution is what makes it unique. The idea is to value all arts and make them legitimate, which sounds too noble for this world. However, the way it works will only be determined with time. So get on board and be a part of this change. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel to make the most out of it. Until we meet again, keep learning and building your knowledge.